Hey, YouTube. I only have a few minutes, so I want to share a couple things. Today, they released the decision to legalize same sex marriage across the United States. This has been a very heavy hearted day for many Christians because many Christians know that they can just feel it internally. When I posted on Facebook about it, I posted I posted this article. um, Everybody just has this sense that okay, this is absolutely, uh, America giving God the big middle finger and saying we do what we want. We don't care that marriage is an idea that originated from God, from the Bible. Have you ever really considered that? Where did marriage originate? Who started the whole concept? Why don't people just kind of you know, grab the first person that they're attracted to and then just it's all about commitment. It's all about a shadow of a picture of the relationship between Jesus Christ and his church. Marriage is invented by God. It's invented by the Bible. So what right does man have to redefine it? As Christians, this isn't any kind of like, big revelation, but I just have this sense that everyone that's watching the end times knows that this is absolutely the last straw for America. And on the very same day that this was released, there was also an article where I saw that the Vatican made some kind of treaty with the state of Palestine. Now, here's the issue with that. Um, you know, it's a legal document from the Vatican where they recognize Palestine as a state, and they said that they have hopes that this will promote a peaceful solution to the Israel-Palestinian conflict. In a few points, Palestine, when you look it up in the Bible, when you look up the word Palestine in the Bible, and you go to the Hebrew, I believe it says land of sojourners. And a sojourner is one who's passing through, a person who is not a permanent resident. So a Palestinian is a sojourner, one that does not belong there, one that is simply passing through. So anytime that those people have been there, there has never been a Palestinian state, a Palestinian people. That land has always belonged to Israel. There's just endless amounts of Old Testament prophecies showing that the land of Israel was given to Abraham and his descendants, for an everlasting possession. That's what the Bible calls it. Now, the Vatican, recognizing this in a legal document, calling them the state of Palestine. um, I don't have a Bible in hand, but I do want to say that you need to understand that the battle of Armageddon at the second coming of Jesus Christ, in Joel, I believe it's chapter 2, it says that because they have parted my land, I've gathered all nations down to the valley of Megiddo. I believe that's what it says. So people have to understand that this Palestinian state thing, this dividing of Israel, is a major issue because God calls it the apple of his eye. And it says very clearly in the book of Joel that dividing Israel is the reason for Armageddon, the end time war of all wars. So, I know this is big news today. Most people are aware of it, but I just wanted to put in my 2 cents real quick because it needs to be talked about. Now, many, many things have been said about September. I am not and have not declared that to be a rapture date, World War III date, a date of anything. But all the warnings that are given by Jesus, by the Bible, by the apostles, by the Old Testament prophets, all the warnings that say this is what to look for before the coming of Jesus Christ, all of those things are happening right now. It will be as the days of Lot. It will be as the days of Noah. And the gay marriage agenda has just escalated exponentially in the past years, especially since Obama, the first gay president, has shown up. So all of these prophecies are coming to pass. And my point about September, when you consider that all these things are converging on one point, I want you to consider this. If the Jubilee, the Shemitah, the blood moon, the Pope talking to the UN, the 500 days till climate chaos, these prophecies of a comet, I don't know how much I believe that stuff. If all that stuff is coming together in the same month, it's landing all in the same month, ask yourself this. What is the next potential time that another time like this could come together, where so many things converge on one point? When is the next time that this is possible? Because you have to consider there won't be blood moons for hundreds of years. The next Jubilee isn't for another 50 years. The Shemitah, this is the 7th Shemitah, coming to the culmination of a Jubilee. And another point, Jesus said, watch the fig tree. This generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled. So by the time you get to blood moons again, the generation that has seen the birth and growth and reestablishment of the land of Israel, the nation of Israel, that generation will be deceased. There's no way around that. So I don't know what else there is to say. If you're not watching, if you're not already aware of these things, then you must be not watching at all. And the Lord has been very clear with me. Get your stuff in order right now, because this is it. I'm willing, I had the dream, the apocalypse dream, and I was telling everybody the apocalypse is right outside. It's about to happen. And people were saying, I don't believe you, and betting against me. Prepare your house. The Lord has been very serious with me about, okay, look, all this other stuff that is not eternal needs to just fall off and be shoved down to the bottom of the priority list, because it's only relationship and knowing the Lord Jesus Christ that's going to save your butt. That's all there is to it. And if you say anything about gay marriage, about righteousness, about, America being judged because of killing millions of babies a year, the persecution's coming. So you better be rooted and grounded, not only in Jesus Christ, but also in love, because it can't be all hellfire and brimstone and, hey, you're all going to hell. Jesus is about love and grace and mercy and forgiveness, but people have got to come in. There's no time to be sipping Starbucks in the lobby and talking about football. Be fishers of men. I may not be like out doing crusades, getting thousands of people healed on a weekend or thousands of people saved on a weekend, but you better be doing something. If you're not sharing the gospel, you're being disobedient. So that's all I've got to say. I don't want to run too long, but there better be some urgency there better be some pep in your step about getting prepared, because Jesus is about to come back. I'm not declaring that it's in September, but I tell you, all the signs that he gave are happening now. What else is there to be said? Jesus Christ is Lord, raised from the dead. Praise his name.